Well, Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, two beautiful American girls allegedly murdered by their own father because they had become too Western. Sisters Amina and Sarah Saeed gunned down 9 months ago. As the murder took place, one of the girls called 911, identifying her killer.
911, what is your emergency? What's going on, ma'am?
I'm dying,
Oh my God.
Stop it!
Well, now for the first time, the FBI says this may have been an honor killing, something the family believed all along. And the family thinks that that father, Yasser Saeed, may be getting help from his own brother who lives in Westchester, New York. Watch as Greg Jarrett tried to get the facts from that brother.
Are you Yassine Saeed? May I speak with you on camera?
I did talk to you, you racist motherfucker. Get the out of this motherfucker.
Do you know where your brother is?
Nice. So does the honor killing label change this case? And if that brother is helping Yasser Saeed, might that brother also face charges? Let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst Lise Wheel and defense attorney Mark Eiglash. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Megan.
So good for Greg for going out there and doing that investigation, trying to pin down that brother, because the family thinks he's behind this, that he's helping Yasser Saeed, although we don't have proof of that. Lise, first let's talk about the honor killing label. At last the FBI comes out and says, yep, they think so too. Does that change the case legally?
Well, first of all, Megan, you got to call a crime for what it is. I don't care whose feelings are hurt in this. And yes, it does change the crime legally because it shows two things. One, when this gets to a trial, when this guy is caught and put in front of a jury, it shows motive. Why did he do this? Why would he do such a terrible thing? The honor killing goes back a long time. It shows why he would do it. And second, it shows premeditation, Megan. He didn't just flip out. He did this in a premeditated way. That's first-degree double murder.
Mark, do you agree?
I do agree, and I think that the positives of labeling an honor killing, for sure, as Lise just mentioned, is for prosecution. The other thing is for prevention. You want that to get out there so people know the signs. When someone complains, like these girls did, that there are bruises on their bodies and that their father has done this, they'll take it more seriously when they know that behind those words is a guy who believes in killing his own offspring instead of putting them in a timeout when they do activities that he doesn't agree with.
Right, and the mother, who knew this man was dangerous, foolishly let these girls go in the back of this guy's cab with him. Lise, let me ask you this. The Council of American Islamic Relations, CARE, which is an organization our viewers know well, says as far as we're concerned, until the motive is proven in a court of law, this is just a homicide, and calling it an honor killing may stigmatize the Islamic community.
It's tough. Okay, I'm sorry. You do anything. The FBI uses any tools that they have to try to get this guy. He is a fugitive, and if you slap that label of honor killing, it may get people, even in the family. Remember, the grandmother was the first one to say, "Hey, she thinks it was the father." And look, honor killing does exist, and you can wish it away. But I actually interviewed a woman many years ago in jail. She was in jail for trying to drown her two children and herself. Why? Because her husband was going to divorce her, and in her community, that was dishonorable.
But Mark, let me get to the brother. If the brother helped him, which is what the family believes, we can't prove it yet, get out of this country or hide him someplace, what charges could he face?
Accessory after the fact. If he definitely assisted him and he knew that he had committed this offense, for sure he's facing that. I want to go back to one thing Lee said. I don't like the who cares argument, okay? I don't know how labeling this an honor killing at this point is going to help at this time further trying to find this guy. That's the first thing. And here is the only disadvantage, and I know many people will say who cares, but by throwing this out there, people may erroneously think that anyone of Middle Eastern descent believes in killing their own children, and that's not the case.
But there is a problem, and it has come to America, as a documentary we recently did prove. Got to go, guys, because we're out of time. Lisa and Mark, thanks so much for your insights. One final word for our viewers. This was clearly an honor killing. The evidence is overwhelming, and the attempt by CARE to dismiss it as domestic violence is offensive and fool-headed. This man must be caught, and the best place to start is with that brother, who appears to know more than he is saying. Greg weighs in on it right after this break. Well, already the mail is pouring in on our Kelly's Court this morning, and as you saw, Greg Jarrett investigated the case of Amina and Sarah Saeed. Is there any doubt? Kerr doesn't want to call it an honor killing.
No doubt it's an honor killing, none whatsoever. He had threatened to kill them before he eventually murdered them because they were dating non-Muslim men. They were wearing Western clothing, and then he carried it out. Honor killings, 5,000 of them a year in the Middle East. They're never prosecuted. They're condoned by law enforcement. That's according to the United Nations. And here in the United States, they're happening now on a frighteningly increasing basis.
Yeah, and let me ask you about the mother. Where was she in all of this?
She may have unwittingly lured the girls into the taxi cab where they were executed. She would not talk to me. We have tracked where she is. We're keeping a close track on this. She was a tool, essentially. She was brainwashed by Yasser Saeed.
Yeah, and the brother's no fan of yours.
No, he doesn't much care for me.
Nor Fox News, for that matter. Right back at him.
It doesn't bother me.